Alright, we are on the draw in this match. Match 4 of the current league. I don't think this is a keep. Dismember certainly helps. We can cast 4 spells here. They're not the worst spells. We've got removal, we've got a counter, we've got a cantrip. If Scour was visions, I'd be more inclined. But a lot of these cards are conditional. Vapor Snag might not be good. This hand is so much better, by the way. Dismember might not be good. Stubborn Denial might not be good. We probably don't need the third land. Let's bottom that. Delver into Goyf, something I will probably always like. Serum Visions for the opponent. Unfortunately, we're not on the play here because I do quite enjoy resolving Goyf while the opponent does not have Spell Snare up. Mishra's Bauble, well look at you, Sight for Sore Eyes. I'm going to grab a basic island here, probably fine. Yeah, that's alright. Play this Delver of Secrets, cast a Mishra's Bauble. Help that Delver out, help that Goyf out later. Sounds fantastic. Just have to remember to look at my own card. Oh, a Grape Shot on Delver. Now that's pretty neat. Well, now we're going to look at your top card. Thanks for improving Goyf, though. I appreciate it. Another Grape Shot. Savage Knuckleblade, not looking to be very good. Mishra's Bauble is looking to be pretty decent. Don't know if we need to play that. I guess we may as well. It just gives us more options. Play this Tarmogoyf. Pass to the opponent. We are basically confirmed to be playing against Storm. Steam Vents, looks like they don't have anything to progress their game plan here. I want to just keep churning through cards here, so I'm going to use this immediately. Scalding Tarn, fantastic. Third land should be good. Spell Snare. Oh! Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If we don't end up bolting a cost reducer, this Goyf is going to take 3 more turns to finish off the opponent. Let's crack this window open. Grape Shot and Scalding Tarn here, reminding us of the bounty Mishra's Bauble hath provided. Not to mention making Goyf a 4/5. Oh, I love Mishra's Bauble. Scalding Tarn comes down. We can get rid of that one. Grape Shot, gonna hang out for a little while, at least. They're going for something. Basic Island makes a lot of sense. Now, I believe we should just try to snare that. I guess we can play through them remanding, but I just don't want this to be on the battlefield at any point in the game. I just never want them to have a cost reducer resolved on the battlefield while they have mana up. Why should I allow that? That means this Manamorphose would have cost 1 less. I mean, sure, we could snare the potential Manamorphose, but those potential spells are also going to be pretty good. Pretty good. Apparently, we didn't have an instant in the bin yet. They might chain a bunch of rituals and then just Grape Shot Goyf. Highly unlikely they're going to be able to kill us in this spot. The opponent with Grape Shot plus a card. Storm's 5. Here's Grape Shot. Good night, sweet Goyf. We're going to let the Storm trigger resolve. Make sure they're all targeting Goyf. We could theoretically mill Tarfire here. So I do believe we just go right to that. Double red more important than double green. Let's grab a Steam Vents. Yes, I absolutely would. Any chance we get 6/7? We didn't get 6/7. Well, we hit a Mandrills. Probably better than Nux here. We're going to let these resolve. Oh, dear. Can we just... Oh, it's because we have Lightning Bolt in hand. Unless we hit 6, but I don't believe in 6. Think I want to play Mandrills, hold up the Bolt. Probably better than playing out Nux. Well, that's better than playing out Mandrills. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at this game. Storm is one. Storm is one. I really love when the storm counter just shows up when you don't actually need it. It's like when you're playing Magic against someone and just randomly they tell you the storm count and it's like, excuse me, what deck are you playing? We're going to attempt to bolt this Baral. If they have the remand, we're just going to bolt it next turn. Island, we don't have double red for Hasty Nux, which is unfortunate. We're going to swing with Goyf here, play Mandrills, establish lethal. The opponent might be able to kill us. Pretty unlikely. 1, 2 lands can go, 1 artifact, 1 Thought Scour, let's say one of the Delvers. Go to the opponent. They might have it, they might not. We're going to find out. They did not have it. Let's head to the sideboard. I really like our Storm matchup. Take out Nux. It's a little slow. Take out Dismember. We do take out Dismember, correct? I have the spreadsheet handy just in case. We don't take out Dismember, see? That's why I have the spreadsheet handy. Humans make mistakes. Not Snapcaster Mage. 1 Traverse, 1 Vapor Snag. Dismember can at least kill a cost reducer, so it has some value to us. Mountain. Are we bringing in EE? Not yet. 2 Pyroclasm instead. Pyroclasm, I think, is marginally better than EE for us in this matchup. I am thinking of changing one of the Pyroclasms to a Kozilek's Return. Kozilek's Return costs 1 mana more, but it's an instant, and it's colorless. So you can use it to take out manlands on the opponent's turn, use it at instant speed on, say, your end step after the opponent resolves a Collected Company, and since it's colorless, it can deal damage to an Etched champion even when Metalcraft is online. So I kind of like it against company decks, against anything with cheap manlands, small manlands I should say. I'm thinking Infect on their end step, you could go for an Inkmoth Nexus. The same thing against Affinity. It looks really good against Affinity. The main drawback to Kozilek's Return over Pyroclasm is that it costs 1 extra mana. But I think in most matchups where you want the sweeper effect, I'm okay with that. I actually went through my spreadsheet last night, the sideboard one, and I said, what are the matchups in which we bring in Pyroclasm? I am okay with having Kozilek's Return in all of these. In some of them, I actively want it. I think we only change 1 because I do still like the 2-mana sweeper. That's something I still want access to. So I think I would change one of these Pyroclasms to a Kozilek's Return. And in that case, one of these is a Kozilek's Return. I don't want that because it's 3 mana. That's a little much. I think in that scenario, we take the EE because it easily deals with Empty the Warren's Goblin tokens, whereas Kozilek's Return costs a little more, and EE just might deal with a cost reducer if you have access to the mana. So, that's the tidbit of the day. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Good stuff. Good stuff. I think it's good stuff. You might not. What isn't good stuff is this a keep? Okay, so this hand, for one, is not good stuff. I am not very comfortable, even on the draw, just going turn 1 Delver, turn 2, hope we hit the second land so we have Mana Leak up. Also hope they don't have the cost reducer. This hand's better. It's not actively good, it's better. It may have just become actively good. Drawing Bolt means we don't necessarily need to dismember the cost reducer that we're expecting. I'm going to go grab a Steam Vents. Doesn't really matter, I don't think, which land we lead on here. I guess we could play around Blood Moon. No, we're not playing around Blood Moon in any sense with this hand. Play that, go to the opponent, see what they have. They might have a Bolt of their own. Storm runs Bolt. Opt. Bolt. Opt. Opt is pretty cool. I like Opt. Don't think... I've never tried it in this deck. I've literally never cast an Opt. in any deck in any format. So there you go. Don't take my word for whether or not the card's good. Here's another defensive Grape Shot. I really like that out of the Storm deck. The ability to Grape Shot defensively is really cool. I'm going to save a couple points of life here. They might resolve a cost reducer and then have a remand. They technically might just go off with a cost reducer. It's not that likely. In fact, it's pretty unlikely. Looks like an Electromancer here because they tapped wrong and then had to try again. We're going to bolt this at our earliest convenience. If the opponent misclicked and meant to play a land before passing priority, I absolutely want that Electromancer off the table before they can play a land and have stuff up. Go to the opponent. This is a bit of a problem. Our hand only had one threat, and it was the least resilient of them, which means the opponent is going to have a fairly easy time of just waiting to draw their stuff. We have to deal with each of these threats as they come out, and we're not clocking. Stubborn Denial, Pyroclasm Mountain, these are not cards that deal with the opponent's life total. Sooner or later, our Storm opponent is going to have what they need to go off. Here's a Visions. We really just need to top deck a Goyf or something. Close out this game. The opponent not having the best luck with finding lands. Here's a Mandrills. That's what I'm talking about. Mandrills with Denial up. We're just going to delve away the whole graveyard. Maybe we leave a Lightning Bolt. Hold up only one Stubborn Denial. How good's that? How good is that? The opponent can't go really cost reducer into spell, so I'm totally fine with only having one Denial up. We'll keep that Bolt in the graveyard. Could be good if we top deck a Snapcaster Mage. Probably not doing any work for Delirium or Goyf. We've got a 4-turn clock. That's something I like. Might be less than a 4-turn clock. Blood Moon's still pretty bad for us, but at this point I don't think the opponent has very good Blood Moons. Manamorphose, a card I historically like countering very much, but we have Stubborn Denials in hand. So we basically have our pick of the litter with which spells we counter. So we can wait for this, let the opponent cast their Ritual, and they're probably not doing anything else on this turn. So even though they got to draw off of the Manamorphose, we got the Ritual into the graveyard. We still got to stop them cold. Snapcaster Mage means we don't have Denial, Snap Denial, which is definitely disappointing. We have Snap Bolt Denial, though, and that could be something very good. We actually might go for Snap Bolt on their end step. Threaten lethal. Depends how they tap. Here's a Pyretic. We let that resolve. We have Denial. We let that resolve. That's fine. Gifts. Past in Flames. Manamorphose. That I'm more likely to counter. That I actually want to counter very much. Manamorphose because it draws the opponent a card, and they also just have less mana at this point. Second Manamorphose, if we had Snap Denial, I'd probably be ecstatic here. As is, this is just okay. They're probably hoping to draw into more Rituals. Keep the gas going. I can't imagine if they had a Ritual, they wouldn't cast it at that particular point in time. Now they might be hoping to hit a land so they can go for a Grape Shot on Mandrills. A land that enters tapped isn't going to do it. I'm going to end step Snap Bolt the opponent here. Reasons we kept Lightning Bolt in the bin. Exhibit A. The opponent scooped, they see it. Bolt them down to 6, swing for 6, the opponent's tapped out. And that's how you beat Gift Storm. Of course, you require an adequate draw. As our green-black Tron opponent pointed out, you can't win if you don't get lucky in this game. If you draw the cards that aren't going to help, you're probably going to have a bad time. Fortunately, most of our cards are good against Storm, so generally, whenever we pick a card up off the deck, it's something handy. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. 3-1 in this league. Let's see if we can get some 4-1s going again. We had a good streak. We had 3 consecutive 4-1s, and then we dropped the ball. Let's pick it back up. Get going. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. See you guys in match 5.